This webinar is for the VQManager enhancement May 2018. It covers the off-the-job training function. New apprenticeship standard learners are required to show that they have spent 20% of their paid working time on off-the-job training. In order to add the different areas to the ePortfolio, the Centre Administrator, either for users already created or when a new user is added, need to add the working time to the learner's profile. The working time section is located underneath the qualification section, and here you enter the number of hours that particular learner is contracted to work per week. You can use the minutes if you need to. For example, if somebody's working 15.5 hours, you can add 30 minutes if you wish as well. When you've changed the working time, if you're doing this in retrospect, just make sure that you press the Save button so that it auto-calculates. The way that the working time hours work are that the system will take the start and end dates for the learner to work out the total number of off-the-job hours required for that learner over the course of their study. Annual leave is not subtracted from this calculation, and this simplifies the calculation and provides a buffer to make sure that learners are fulfilling the 20% with some time to spare. So for the assessor, there are two areas where off the job can be recorded. Two different tabs. It doesn't matter which tab that you record the off the job, it all calculates in the single report. So you've got the learner diary section where you've got a new area called off the job, and you can either add a start time and end time if you wish. If that's not relevant, you don't need to add the start and end time. You can just put the duration in hours in that particular area down there. After you've added the off-the-job training duration, this one for the assessor automatically ticks. I hereby confirm the off-the-job hours are accurate and the training is complete. If the assessor needs the line manager, the employer, the mentor, the person that's looking after the learner needs to confirm those hours as well, a tick can be put in that area there, and then the line manager will receive notification to confirm the off-the-job training hours. They would go to that particular entry, and there's the information there, and then the line manager would then confirm that the off-the-job had taken place. They can add any comments if they wish, and then save and confirm the comments. So once the hours have been added to either the diary entry or the activity log area, the information will be recorded in a new column of the summary in both the diary and the activity log area, showing how many hours of off the job have been calculated. For the learner, it's almost identical. They can add off the job to the learner diary area, and we can see the new area off the job underneath. And they would complete this in exactly the same way as the assessor did. They would add the hours there, and then they would tick to request the assessor to confirm those hours. Until the assessor has confirmed the off-the-job training hours, they don't count towards the total number of off-the-job. If the learner requires the line manager to confirm the hours as well, again, they can tick that box there, go to the bottom and save, and then the line manager and the assessor will both get notifications on their to-do tab to confirm the hours. As normal, if this is not the end of completing the diary, if they wish to go ahead and create evidence out of it, they can still do that. This will still record and save. So there are a couple of areas that the reports are now visible. If we look at the dashboard for the assessor, There's a new chart here called Off the Job Training. If I want to see which learners are just in the red, I just click in the red area. But if I'd like to see all of them, I can click in the white area around the outside. This will pull up a sheet showing me all of my learners. If I want to go to any of those learners, I can click on their name and it will hyperlink back to their ePortfolio. I'm able to see that I've got quite a few here that are in the yellow, and that basically means that no hours to date have been logged for that particular learner, and that's why they're yellow. The computer's not able to calculate whether or not they're on or off target because clearly they haven't added anything already. The second column is the number of hours that they should have recorded to date, and therefore whether or not they're on or off target. And then this column here shows the total number of hours which are required from the beginning of their first qualification to the end of their last qualification, how many hours they need to calculate. In the learner progress summary area, the report here will show, I look at Honey Rose. Here, for example, we can see that for off-the-job training so far, she has done 42 hours of the 384 expected. For the learner, they're able to see the information in the normal areas. So in Home, My Progress Summary, there's a new section, Off the Job Training, which will show whether or not they are on or off targets to complete all of the off the job by the end of their qualification. And again, there's a summary there, how many hours are required, how many they've done to date, etc. In the reports area for assessors, IQAs, EQAs, other system users, line managers, and also centre administrators, there is a new report which is located in the Progress tab, and it's called Off the Job Training. If we look at All and then View, this particular report will show us exactly how many hours to date for the whole of the group of learners that we're looking at. So for a centre administrator, that would show all of the learners in the whole centre. The final area where some reporting is available is for the assessor, and that's in the Progress Review tab. When you create a progress review, previously it always stamped the progress of each of the qualifications for the learner. This now includes off the job. So when you go back and have a look at a progress review that's already completed, we can see that progress for the 3 qualifications that they're doing is here. And then off the job training is also recorded in that summary as well. So when you come to do the next progress review, you're able to see progress not just against the qualifications, but also against off the job training. One thing to note is where a learner has both guided learning hours and off the job training set up against their account, the users can still log guided learning hours and off the job training hours with different start and end dates because the functions are completely separate. Any existing guided learning hour function will remain as is, so if you wish to continue to use it, and all the old data is completely left undisturbed. Thank you.